Rimon Malika was one of the coolest customers I ever had the privilege of calling my friend. He was very cool and easygoing for the most part. Ray, as he was also known, would hang out with all of us on Seaview at one point, although I eventually got to know him on a more personal level when we hung out together and drank booze, among other things. Rimon Malika, although this album is for Miley Cyrus, I needed a way to mention you! My ace in the hole, he had so much soul. Carah Faye would maybe show up and I know he'd munch moles. Everybody loves Rimon unless I was mistaken, and he would have to give up Elder Sanctions for plush Rimon, I truly treasured how we hung out by the river. Time after time, to a point you delivered. This was at a point in time when Mikey might have ghosted me, unless of course Rimon Malika was my Scottish king. Heard he was Egyptian, I'm sorry for the mix-up. All I know is homie could have partied with no hiccups. All the while I must admit, he puked an awful lot. If you were to ask me, he hit the bottle hard. Nonetheless, in spite of how I haven't seen him plenty, to my understanding he's been feeling rather Jesus-friendly. There's been loads of times where I've been hearing Raymond's voice, and he's been offering the difference maker when I had no choice. The gentle persuasion that he's offered me was precious, and it fell in line, quite frankly, with the helicopter parents. Rumors that we got it on are quite exaggerated. All I'm willing to admit was hugs were tender as a blanket. My ace in the hole, he had so much soul. Carah Faye would maybe show up and I know he'd munch moles. Everybody loves Rimon unless I was mistaken, and he would have to give up Elder Sanctions for plush blankets. Raymond, as we also called him, met a girl in fact. My understanding was she's kept his precious world intact. Yeah, between the two of us, we've had a falling out, and I no longer even know if he's alive. What's that all about? We'll talk to Miley Cyrus, maybe she can lend a hand for every day that Ray was puking while before an empty can. I love it if you called me, maybe down the road. Maybe Raymond has the time of day to crown a toad. They tell me I'm in line, becoming like a charming prince. If only I don't kiss the girly cats and we could coexist. They say whatever happens by the river also stays there. Well listen, Seth Rogen, there really wasn't gay affairs. My friendship with Rimon Malika was the shit of homeboys, and we never screw our homeboys unless you tried to disown Joy. So finally I'll comment on the role he plays these days, and if I don't see him again, just know Ray has got to stay. My ace in the hole, he had so much soul. Carah Faye would maybe show up and I know he'd munch moles. Everybody loves Rimon unless I was mistaken, and he would have to give up Elder Sanctions for plush blankets. Ray, you were one of the first people to really call me Polly, and I thank you for that.